which of the following statements is or are correct? A bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses on its prorogation. A bill pending in the Rajya Sabha which has not been passed by the Lok Sabha shall not lapse on the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Find the correct statement. So one says that a bill in the Lok Sabha lapses on its prorogation. So what is prorogation? End of a session. Prorogation means end of a session only. See, only when the Lok Sabha is dissolved, certain bills get dissolved. Upon prorogation, no bills are getting lapsed. So one is a wrong statement here. 2 says that if a bill pending in the Rajya Sabha which is not passed by the Lok Sabha does not lapse, that is a correct statement only. So answer becomes option B, that is 2 only. See, you must note down under which conditions a bill gets lapsed, under which conditions the bill does not get lapsed even if a Lok Sabha is dissolved. See, also if a bill is waiting for the assent of the president after Lok Sabha is dissolved, does not lapse. Okay, or if a bill is written by the President of India, does not lapse. Or if a bill is called for a joint sitting of the both houses of the parliament, it also does not lapse. But see, all the bills pending in the Lok Sabha lapses upon resolution of Lok Sabha. Also, the bill passed by the Lok Sabha and pending in the Rajya Sabha also lapses upon the resolution of Lok Sabha. So please note down all these things. The remaining bills, that is the bill pending in the Rajya Sabha which is not passed by the Lok Sabha, also the bill waiting for the assent of the president, or bill is written by the president, or bill called for a joint sitting, these bills does not lapse. Clear? Okay. Next, when a bill is referred to a joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament, it has to be passed by. See, in which conditions a bill can be called for a joint sitting? That is, the first house passes the bill, second house rejects the bill, or first house passes the bill, second house also passes the bill but with some amendments, and these amendments are not acceptable by the first house, or first house passes the bill, second house delay the bill for a period of maximum 6 months. So in these 3 conditions, we call it as a deadlock. Deadlock for the passage of bills between both the houses. In such cases, a joint sitting can be called in which the members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha sit together and deliberate upon the bill in which clauses which lead to disagreement. Only those portions of the bills are be discussed there and it is put to vote. And if it is passed by a simple majority of the members present and voting, it is considered to be passed by the both houses of the parliament. Clear? So the answer is a simple majority of the members present and voting. Okay, answer is option A. And 3/4 majority is not required, or 2/3 majority is not required, or absolute majority not required. Only in simple majority bills can be passed in the joint sitting. And see, currently only 3 bills are being passed in the joint sitting, which are dowry prohibition bill, then Banking Service Commission repeal bill, then Prevention of Terrorism bill. Only these 3 bills are being passed through a joint sitting in the parliament. Okay. Consider the following statements. The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or to amend a money bill. The Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. The Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. Find the correct statement. First one is that Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. That's a correct statement. Why? Because in case of a money bill, the Lok Sabha enjoys much more powers. See, if a bill containing only provisions of Article 110, that is called a money bill. And in such cases, it can be reduced only in the Lok Sabha. And see, Rajya Sabha cannot reject a money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot amend a money bill. It can only make some recommendations regarding money bill, even though that recommendations are not binding upon the Lok Sabha. And also, the Rajya Sabha has to reply within a maximum time period of 14 days. Within 14 days, Rajya Sabha has to reply. Otherwise also, the bill is considered to be passed by both the houses of the parliament. Clear? So one is a correct statement. Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. That is also a correct statement. So what is voting on demand for grants? See, during the passage of the budget, a stage is there, voting on demand for grants. Voting on demand for grants. This means all the demands are being given ministry wise or department wise. Clear? So say all ministries may ask, we want this much crore rupees, we want this much crore rupees for so and so purposes. That is their demand. And once it is voted by the Lok Sabha, we consider it as a grant. So that voting happens only in the Lok Sabha. So Rajya Sabha has no power to vote on the vote on demand for grants. That is also a correct statement only. So one is a correct statement, two is also a correct statement. 3 says that the Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. See, what is annual financial statement? Nothing but our budget. Clear? Even though Rajya Sabha has limited power, it can discuss about the annual financial statement. But statement says that Rajya Sabha cannot discuss. So 3 is a wrong statement. So answer is option B, that is 1 and 2 only. Answer is option B. Okay. With reference to the union government, consider the following statements. The Department of Revenue is responsible for the preparation of the union budget that is presented to the Parliament. No amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without the authorization from the Parliament of India. All the disbursement made from the public's account also need the authorization from the Parliament of India. See, regarding statement number 1, it is not the Department of Revenue but the Department of Economic Affairs. Department of Economic Affairs is responsible for the preparation of the union budget and not the Department of Revenue. So 1 is a wrong statement. So since 1 is a wrong statement, you can eliminate A, you can eliminate D also. This shows that 2 is a correct statement, which means no amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without the authorization from the Parliament of India. Correct statement only. And 3, all the disbursements made from the public account also need the authorization from the Parliament of India. No. To withdraw money from the public account, executive action is sufficient and parliamentary approval is not mandatory. See, to withdraw money from consolidated fund, parliamentary approval is mandatory. To withdraw from public account, executive action is only enough. To withdraw fund from contingency fund of India, who can withdraw? The President of India can withdraw fund from contingency fund of India. So please compare random. So answer here is option C, that is 2 only. Okay. Which one of the following is the largest committee of the Parliament? Committee on Public Accounts, Committee on Estimates, Committee on Public Undertakings, Committee on Petitions. So regarding Committee on Public Accounts, okay, it has 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. Committee on Estimates, it has 30 members, all are from Lok Sabha. Committee on Public Undertakings, it has 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. Next, Committee on Petitions, it has 25 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 10 from Rajya Sabha. So which has the highest number of members? That is Committee of Estimates. Option B is the right answer. Clear? The power to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court of India is vested with President of India, Parliament, Chief Justice of India, Law Commission. Is Parliament only. So Parliament can, through amending the Act of the Parliament, can increase the number of judges of Supreme Court. Answer is option B, Parliament only. Next, consider the following statements regarding a no confidence motion in India. There is no mention of no confidence motion in the Constitution of India. A motion of no confidence can be introduced in Lok Sabha only. See, both the statements are correct here. The Constitution does not mention about the no confidence motion. Okay, but it is mentioned in the rules of Lok Sabha only. Rules of Lok Sabha mentions about the no confidence motion. See, if a no confidence motion is passed, the government resigns. Okay, because it says that the Council of Ministers shall be responsible to the Lok Sabha. So, if a NCM is passed, that is no confidence motion is passed, government has to resign And about this, the constitution does not mention, but it is mentioned in the rules of the Lok Sabha only. So 1 is a correct statement. 2 says that a motion of no confidence can be introduced in the Lok Sabha only. That is also a correct statement only. Because it happens in Lok Sabha. Because Constitution says that the Council of Ministers shall be held responsible to the Lok Sabha. So answer here is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Which one of the following schedules of the Constitution of India contains provisions regarding anti-defection law? Second schedule, fifth schedule, eighth schedule, 10th schedule. Answer is obviously what? Option D, that is 10th schedule. And the speaker or the presiding officer is the authority to disqualify a person based on the provisions of anti-defection law. But that is judicially reviewable, because in Quixote Hollow case, Supreme Court said that decision of speaker can be questioned in the question before the court. Okay, it is judicially reviewable. Clear? Answer is option D, that is 10th schedule. Consider the following statements. The Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts consists of not more than 25 members of the Lok Sabha, scrutinizes the appropriation and finance account of the government, examines the report of Comptroller and Auditor General of India. See, when you go through a committee, you must note on the membership. So regarding a public accounts committee, it has 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. The members are elected based on proportional representation by means of single transferable vote system. The tenure is 1 year. A minister cannot be a member of this committee on public accounts. Clear? So all the things you may learn. So 1 is a wrong statement here. Regarding 2 and 3 are the functions of the Committee on Public Accounts. So answer is option B, that is 2 and 3. See, so when you go across a committee, please note down the membership, their tenure, election mechanism, whether the minister is eligible or not, and who is the chairman, also the powers and functions as well as the limitations you must learn. From these points, the UPSC may frame questions. Okay. Consider the following statements. The chairman and the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha are not the members of that house. While the nominated members of the two houses of the parliament have no voting right in the presidential election, they have the right to vote in the election of the vice president. So regarding statement number 1, see, chairman is not a member of house, but deputy chairman is a member of Rajya Sabha only. Why? Because he is elected from among the members of Rajya Sabha only. But statement says that both chairman and deputies are not members. No, chairman is not a member, but deputy is a member only. So 1 is a wrong statement. Clear? 2 says that while the nominated members of the two houses of the parliament have no voting right in the presidential election, they have the right to vote in the election of the vice president of India. That is a correct statement only. See, regarding the election of the president of India, who took part? Elected MLAs as well as elected MPs. So nominated MPs did not take part in the election of president of India, but who took part in the election of vice president of India? All MPs, which involves elected as well as nominated MPs of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So here answer is option B, that is 2 only. Clear? B2 only.